What will you remember about the year 2020? What will you tell generations to come? Will you remember the fear and the loss? Will you remember the caring and the love of this year many wish they could forget? Will you remember the devastation COVID caused? The many lives lost, the many lives forever changed. The chaos and uncertainty, the cries of hoax and don't wear masks, and the thousands working day and night to tend the sick, to stop the tide. Will you remember that every life is sacred? Will you remember to celebrate each one? That all lives cannot matter until every life does. Will you remember? Will you think of how the world came to a stop? All of a sudden, we were ordered to our homes. Routines were shattered overnight, and for how long, no one could say. But did you notice the air grew clear, and the songs of birds had room to shine? Will you recall how the world rose up to say no more? Declaring Black Lives Matter, we want justice now. Demands of change throughout the world began to open many eyes, and then we voted for a change from tyrant to democracy. Will you remember that every life is sacred? Will you remember to celebrate each one? That all lives cannot matter until every Black life does. Will you remember? Will you remember all the gifts this year has brought? The time with family in bubbles or on screen. The critters thrilled that you've been home. The chance to know the neighborhood. The ingenuity we have seen. The many ways we've learned to cope. Will you remember that every life is sacred? Will you remember to celebrate each one? That all lives cannot matter until every life does. Will you remember? What will you choose to remember?